National Football League.
Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You look back on the game prior to the bye week, Mike, and I think that win is critical. Nobody wants to go into the bye week off of a loss. It just changes the energy in the building. Everyone starts
into space, inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Falcon. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. No problem there on the extra point, and the Falcons will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. They'll try and play with some pace early on. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Falcons will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Minnesota.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. We'll try and hurry to the line here.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Vikings are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons move out in front by the score of 17-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
Get it. Get the Eagles.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment.
Come on, alert.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
19 shots.
Back to the air one more time. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down. Now a run on 1st down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
24-yard line.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Go. Hey, check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Come on.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. That's taken in, and he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris, and he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. The kicking team up for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Vikings are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Talk things over before third down. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, here's the punter now. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
19 target, 19.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up third down.
It's now third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Atlanta.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Second down, they need 3. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta. The kicker on.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Right there. Crack on 80. No.
first and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It leads to second and 10.
Ready?
Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same. We get set for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Third and 1.
He'll try and throw for it on third and 1. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Unlock line. Unlock line.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
25 yards on the play.
They get 25 on that connection. It'll be a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Pat the street. Pat the street. Pat.
On the give, it's Harris. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. The offense in hurry-up mode, pushing the pace.
Second and 6.
Quick throw here is complete. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Harris will score. Touchdown, Vikings. But Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll begin with first and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll step up and run this. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It's first down. Oh, a loose football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and 5. Now here's a keeper on his own read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st down, Falcons.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Here's a run. A short kick. Down to the 7. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Tight end motioning left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Down late, try to get to the line quickly.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
24-yard line.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun, and that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. First and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Back to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Here we go, shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll air one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made it.
2nd and 11.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And right away you can point